take us through the highlights of Applied Graphene's FY21 results.
So overall, we're pleased with a strong year of progress in our technology development and with our customers. Of course, despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic that's continuing currently. Revenues, we saw positive growth in revenues, though of course this was somewhat restrained due to COVID-19. These came from three key application areas for us: our core protective coating sector, car care as a new and emerging market for us, and then composites, including elastomers. Commercial engagement and product launches, we've continued solid commercial engagement through our customer pipeline, which has almost doubled during the period. 11 new customer products were launched overall by AGM customers during the year. Companies like Blockcell, who have added a new primer product to complement their top coat NT product. And this is being used currently to refurbish areas like UK network trackside enclosures. James Briggs extended their range of aerosol-based graphene coatings. We've been pleased to announce a new coatings customer in India called Stanvac. They have a coatings application that combines electrical conductivity with barrier protection. So they're in the final stages of customer field trials with their product, and we're anticipating volume orders as a result of that. We've seen particularly strong progress in the car care sector, as I mentioned, with 8 new products coming to market. And this innovative, fast-moving market represents a good long-term revenue prospect for us. So overall, we're looking forward to COVID recovery in the UK and beyond, and momentum in sales from all these launched products.
Thank you. It's good to see the progress that you've made during the last financial year, despite less than ideal conditions. What are the factors behind that commercial progress and the general market trends that are supporting that growth?
So dispersion, as we've talked to often, is central to everything that we do. And by that I mean dispersing graphene materials to make them usable in practical applications. And really the challenge for mass adoption of graphene has been the complexity of dealing with the material in nanoplatelet form into a host product in a consistent way that transfers graphene's amazing properties into an end consumer product. And this is where we've developed our leading IP and our expertise, and have expanded this to include now exfoliated graphenes as well as the materials that we make in-house. The benefit is that we're able to walk with our customer through that integration process with our know-how and with a range of work packages that meet their specific objectives. So we have standard products, and that is part of our core product offering. Standardized dispersion backed up with solid performance data. That G-Enable range has grown over the year to address new areas like sustainability and to meet those sustainability challenges in the industry. Flexibility, of course, is part of our core value, and we can, of course, still customize products to suit. Distribution, we've replicated this whole approach with standard products through our distributors and added 2 further representatives in the year. We support all of this activity with regulatory engagement to make sure that we can develop sales in the particular territory that we're interested in. Capacity-wise, we're expanding our capacity to meet the demand for future customer sales as those products come to market.
And clearly, at this stage of Applied Graphene's evolution, investors are very interested to hear about the products that your customers are bringing to market. And perhaps the financial results themselves are of less interest, but nevertheless, I think it would be great for them to hear a little bit about the company's cash position at the moment and what your current cash burn rate is.
So we completed a fundraise in January, as you're aware, deeply appreciative of the investor support for our business. Cash balance you asked about, 6.3 million at the end of July this year. Cash outflow in the past year was 2.9 million, and we see a few $100,000 in planned capex and a small increase in staff over the coming year. So cash burn rate will be a little over 3 million a year against a 6.3 million cash balance.
Going back to the work that you're doing in expanding the available market for your products, how are you addressing demand for sustainable products from your customers?
Yeah, so we've got a new product range, G-Enable 1700, which is a brand new product range we announced in July, combining all we know about graphene dispersions with eco-friendly media. So we're taking our already proven high-performance graphene materials, but delivering them in a sustainable dispersion formats and those include bio-based solvents and resins, something that we've been working on for some time. And we're responding really to the growing demand from our target customer base in paints, coatings, and composite material producers. So the context for this is really all about tightening health and safety legislation, manufacturers globally having to progressively introduce sustainable materials away from traditional chemicals. So I'm really delighted that AGM is taking a lead in addressing this growing need by delivering graphene in sustainable formats to reduce the environmental impact of our customers' products.
The other really big mega trend at the moment is the energy transition. So how do you see Applied Graphene participating in that going forward?
Yeah, so this is a little further off for us, but it's an exciting new area of focus as well. We're building on a solid foundation of knowing how to disperse a range of graphene materials. That is our core technology. Now that we are completing a number of the exciting corrosion and barrier performance projects, we now have the resources to be able to turn our attention to these new emerging megatrend areas, as you put it. So in batteries, areas like further developing thermal conductive materials to create thermal interface products for cooling in batteries. And then secondly, graphene for use in anode technology, using our dispersion know-how to good effect. And then secondly, in the emerging hydrogen arena, a potential to use graphene for lighter weight solutions for fuel cells, and then hydrogen storage solutions, innovation with graphene in pressure tanks in particular. And that's well advanced with one of our customers, Infinite Composites Technologies.
Thank you. And then the final question is, what are the next steps that investors should be looking for over the next 6 months to a year?
So clearly about post-COVID revenues from customer engagements and really delivering on that growth that we all expect from products that have been launched. We see a stepwise capacity increase for dispersions to support that growing demand that's ongoing currently. A solid cash position to support our innovation and development and really pushing forward in that area in the areas that we've talked about. A regulatory approval and reaching some milestones with that beyond the regional accreditations that we already have. And of course, earlier in the year, the announcement of REACH accreditation. So especially in the United States with our engagement with the EPA. And from a technology standpoint, really a mix of dissemination of our test data and our product knowledge and information for customers for heavy anti-corrosion coatings and chemical resistance application, traction in sustainable materials technology, and then technology advancement into the green energy areas that we've talked about.